This is for my dad, Jacob Stanley, and him alone. As much as I'm going through, me, my husband, and daughter, my heart at this time beats around my dad. Living with him and seeing him every day, my eyes see what my heart doesn't want to accept, which I know all the love in the world can't stop it. Our lives are like an hourglass. Each grain of sand stands for a moment in the time of our lives, good and bad. Dad's hourglass is running out. It can never be filled again. Time is slowly outrunning the soul. Old age has finally caught up with him. His body is slowing down and getting tired. His footsteps are getting heavier. His mind and memory are slowly fading, and the sparkle in his eyes are dimming. The old saying, we come into this world a baby and we leave as a baby. Well, with Dad I can say that old saying is true. Dementia ravages the body and mind. I can only imagine what he was like as a little boy. Seeing the temper tantrums he's thrown, at the time they're frustrating, but looking back you laugh in amazement. His world is becoming smaller and quieter. His mind might be chasing memories from the past or preparing himself for the master's call. Quiet now are the days. Not many more stories from him of his dementia-riddled accomplishments, or long conversations on the phone with random strangers, or arguing with me over unimportant things just to have someone to argue with. The only arguments now are begging him to eat, to give his body sustenance and keep his heart beating. He's on borrowed time, as we all are, time given by God. Once the clock stops ticking, the heart stops beating, and the angel of death will carry his soul home to our Creator. I'm speaking to all the family, for him. My wish is for him to enjoy his last days in his and our mama's home, where his last memories are, and to be given the right to pass on where our mom did, and in a place he recognizes and with his family. He might live a month, a year, or 10 more years. Only our Father in heaven knows. We are blood of his blood and heart of his heart. I would like for everyone, and I mean everyone, to put all matters aside and bring our family circle back together at this time. In the last few years, our circle has gotten smaller, and through the years, it will keep getting smaller. With all the issues going on, there's one person, the most important person who is not even being thought of, Dad. We need to consider his wishes and wants, and how to make him feel wanted and loved. Let him know that he's not old and in the way. Put it on your heart, what he would want and what Mama would want. After all, her and Dad were one for over 50 years. Family was always everything. One of the most important words in a way of life growing up. My wish is that we all show our love back to him and join him for that last mile.
This very unique picture of hell being a place where every person was in complete isolation. I wasn't miles away from the nearest neighboring individual, and the caveat is they all chose it to be that way. That's an awfully interesting look at hell, don't you think? Living in isolation on an island with no community or vulnerability with anyone else is stripping ourselves of our humanity. Why? Because we were created in the image of God, and God is a community. The Father, the Son, the Spirit, all acting as one, serving one another, completely dependent on one another, and to be truly human is to do the same. And yes, I know what you're thinking. It's scary to be honest. It's scary to be open. In fact, sometimes the person on the other side will reject us. They will hurt us, or they'll make us want to crawl back into our isolated cave. But joy is at stake, and it only happens when we let the guard down. See, me, I rather take the
You
messiness of
mama worked all
community
the
and
time.
possible joy than the cleanliness of
appreciate
isolation
that.
and sure despair. Because if you want to know the true depths of joy and the true reality of love, then you have to be honest, open, and transparent.
I know we've
Glover
clashed at the
Village
house
with Jefferson
because we're
Bethany,
both
the man,
stubborn,
the myth,
ain't
the
we?
legend. So thankful we get a host in
And
today.
Mama's
I'm
stubborn
Ben Corson,
too.
you're watching TBN Praise. And we're talking today about this current season, how as millennials we can negotiate this, and really I think this will be good for the older generation
do
to watch
anything
as
for
well,
you,
so they
Dad.
can kind of hear where the younger generation is coming from. Not that we're like federal heads representing the whole generation, that's a bit grandiloquent, but I think that
We'll stay there for the last
part of the
mile.
show, I want to really implement praxis, and what I mean by that is I want to get extra practical. We've been talking
I love
about
you, Daddy.
Sabbath, we've been talking about family.